Well, the weather outside is frightful, but in my greenhouse it's delightful. As you can see, it's 70 degrees. Well, I'm not a singer, but hey, it feels good in here. Hey, it is freezing outside. We had snow last night, about half to 3/4 of an inch, covering everything. I just got water for the chickens, and the water that spilled over on the ground is frozen solid. And it was windy, and it finally calmed down a little bit. We're almost to the end of the day, and we're in the greenhouse. The wood stove is working well. It keeps it between about 55 in the morning when I get up. Today it was up a little over 100 in here. I need to get a fan that's thermostatically controlled to pull some of the heat out, maybe. But anyway, we're in the greenhouse, and as you can see, things are looking good. Got to have me some peppers here, and that one isn't very good. I ate a couple of these today, and as you can see, I don't know why, but greenhouse jalapenos are not hot. They taste like a red bell pepper with a little bit of spice to them. But anyway, I've been munching on them, and my wife, she's been back there on the let's see if I can get it focused in there. See if I can find it. There is a Thai chili back there, and well, anyway, I can't find it, but it has, as soon as it gets the chili, she's cleaning them off. We have some green beans on the green beans. I'm thinking about bringing a nuke box down here with a couple frames of bees. Strawberries have tapered off. My wife got part of a cup yesterday, or no, not yesterday, the day before. New Zealand spinach and hydroponics is so-so, but what's in the garden here, if you can see, is really nice. I mean, well, that is beautiful. It needs to be picked. Very succulent, and we have quite a bit of it up along there. Up on the top by the thermometer, we have the stevia, and of course you can see the African blue basil that's up for winter is blooming nicely. Smells good. All in all, for a quick update, things are looking good in the greenhouse. Of course, the figs are still, they didn't drop. See if I can zoom in there. You can see I'm hoping to have me some figs. That's the cutting I cut this spring from a fig tree over the mountain here by a barn, and it dies back to the ground every year, but it survives without any covering. So the shallots are looking good. The shallots seem to be doing really well. Things we've eaten, the sweet potatoes, they're vining up. I'm going to harvest some sweet potato vines here real soon. I planted 2 more sweet potatoes today because we like to eat the sweet potato greens, and they are very, well, if they have the right setting, they grow really fast, and they'll give you a lot of greens. Of course, you can see I have a couple tomato stalks that I have growing in up through there. And well, that's the greenhouse. I'll go outside and let you look at the damage the cold has done to the rest of the garden. Many of you remember this as being my favorite spot. It's the herb bed, and you can see what the cold has done to the African blue basil. Oh, and you can see my friend in Texas, you said the leaves are starting to fall. Well, here they're gone. Been gone for a couple of weeks now. Kind of makes you feel sad, but you can see the death and destruction. Of course, over there, The apple tree still has some on. Let's see if I can zoom him in there. I know there's an apple tree in there, a little apple seedling, or not seedling, apple start. Or I started it from root cutting. Don't know what you call it. Has a name, but anyway, I have a bunch of them there. Well, there's one right here. Maybe I can get him in. They still seem to be leafing. Yep, there you go. That's an apple there. I have a bunch of those that I started to graft on next spring. I have a graft, and that's something people need to remember. You can't just plant one apple. You need to look up what apple you have, and then find yourself some scion wood if you don't have the space, and graft on it. I have trees that have five different apples on, and most of my trees have 3 or 4 different apples on. There's the fig tree covered in unwanted leaves and tarped. I didn't have hay bales. Couldn't get hay bales this year. I tried, but that worked really well last year. But the leaves will work as well. I've seen others have do that. But anyway, that's a view of the garden, and been really busy with trying to keep up with the wood, and we've picked quite a few turnips now. I think we're up to 5 gallon buckets I've given away, and of course I don't bring them in 5 gallon buckets. I just bring them in maybe a dozen or so at a time, and I like eating them raw. Hey, well, thanks for watching, and may the Lord bless. I thought I'd let you see the wood stove. Had to do some bracing on it to make sure the chimney doesn't blow off or over, but it's working well. And you can see it eats a lot, to keep it warm, but it does work well, and I can put my hand anywhere except on the front barrel there. Everything else is nice and cool. The wood stove is working well. It's been a good thing. I want to do video number 2 here, if I can get a day to do it, as to how it works, and to conclude video number 1. Thanks for watching. Lord bless.